Hi guys, welcome to my channel Happy High Tarot. In today's pick a card reading, we will find out how will the person on your mind react if they suddenly see you somewhere. This can be a public place, some gathering wherein both of you are invited but they're not aware about it, so some situation of that sort. So for the first group, I have this yellow stone over here. Can even be on the street, you know. Anyway, this pink stone for group 2. And this white stone for group 3. So feel free to pause the video over here, meditate on all your options, pick whichever one calls out to you the most. You'll find the timestamps in the comment section as well as in the description box below. So make your choice and let's get started. Hi group 1, so for those of you who chose the yellow stone, first let's take a look at your oracle cards to find out how will the person on your mind react if they suddenly see you somewhere. So the cards that came out for you are Agarthans, manifesting multidimensional perception, attunement. Then we have Badger, bring your life into balance. Yin, emotional loss. And Destiny. Wow. Okay, firstly over here with this very strong energy of manifesting and destiny, it won't be a mere coincidence that you both will run into each other, all right? Everything will be happening according to a divinely orchestrated plan. In fact, somewhere I feel like most of it would have something to do with their manifesting. So, and I think that is what will throw them off balance also when they first see you, because it'll be something like they wanted this to happen and now that it's happening, they're finding it very difficult to believe. So if ever you run into them, whether it is on the street, some public place, some public transport, or some mutual friends' place, can be anything. It would be a direct consequence of them having manifested a meeting with you. Maybe things between you guys did not end on a very good note. There is pain and suffering, I'm sure, on both ends. They are missing you, they are grieving the loss of this connection, but they still have their heart stuck on you because they are seeing you as their divine counterpart, whether you're a feminine or whether you're a masculine. So they keep dreaming about you, they keep coming up with different scenarios about them seeing you, coming in contact with you, talking to you and stuff like that. So on that particular day, when they suddenly see you, like right in front of them, they're like, oh, is it okay? So this is actually happening now. So it'll take them a second to come back into balance and like just sort themselves out a little bit. Immediately, there will be a bittersweet feeling. Sweet because the person that they have these deep feelings for, the person that they were craving to meet, is standing right in front of them. And well, bitter or sad because you're no longer theirs, technically, right? I mean, technically you're never theirs. It's like, you know what I mean? It's not that you were ever their property, but of course there was a point in time when you guys were together, you were happy, everything was going great, and the dynamics just aren't like that anymore. And it is quite possible that whatever went wrong in this connection could have been because they had perhaps started neglecting you or taking you for granted, or they just started getting too busy elsewhere, not necessarily with someone else, but just in general, other areas of your life, and they just, your connection took a backseat. They just did not prioritize it as much as they used to. So there is that regret as well. And they will feel extremely overwhelmed when they see you. And for a good minute or two, group 1, they might just stare at you without saying anything. All right. And the reason why for the first couple of minutes they might just keep staring at you without saying anything is because A, like I said, they'll take some time to accept that what they'd been wanting to happen is actually happening. And two, because of all of these intense bittersweet feelings that they will experience. But immediately over here with Destiny, it's like one popping thought in their mind would be that this is, I mean, should I take this as a sign? Should I take this as a confirmation that group 1 is meant for me? I mean, how else do you explain this? Because somewhere the fact that Destiny is present over here, I feel like there is a huge possibility, group 1, that on that particular day, neither you nor this person were even planning to go to that particular place. Maybe you had to take a detour for some reason. Maybe they got off a station early for some reason. Just, like whatever the situation might be. It wasn't planned. You hadn't planned it. They hadn't planned it. It's almost as if the universe brought you both at the right place, right time. And that's how you both, get to see each other again. And somewhere this curtainish thing over here tells me that you had no idea that they were around and they had no idea that you were around. Especially if you both currently live away from each other. Before meeting each other physically on that particular day, they might not have been aware of the fact that you're in the city. Maybe you also live someplace else, and you also must not have been aware that they are back in the city. And when I say city, it's quite possibly can be your hometown, and at the moment you live somewhere else and they live somewhere else, so something of that nature. I am not seeing too many people around you, although I am being told that this can be kind of like a farmer's market, something of that nature, like a market. You both are buying groceries and you run into each other. So that is one particular place that I'm picking up on. It can also be a departmental store wherein you've gone to buy something for yourself. It can also be a place of worship, especially if you both believe in the same power or follow the same religion. It can be a place of worship also wherein you both come across each other. But of course, it's a general reading, so that does not have to be the exact spot for all of you. Anyway, let's take a look at your tarot cards now. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, Six of Cups, Ace of Swords, and Knight of Swords. There will definitely be communication. Barring that first couple of minutes wherein they're just like gawking at you, after that they will talk. And Knight of Swords is telling me that they might talk too fast. In fact, it might be a bit difficult for you to process what the hell is it that they're trying to say, because they'll just be so excited, to see you. Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Swords tells me that this person is pretty serious about you. And they had been hoping for a breakthrough in this connection, which it's like their wish will be granted. And Six of Cups tells me that in any case, this is a connection that goes back in time. This isn't a new person that you're asking about, although maybe some of you are, but for most of you, I think this is someone whom you have been dealing with, someone that you either grew up with, which would explain why I was getting that hometown message, someone that you went to the same school with, college, grew up together, same neighborhood, or could have been the first person that you fell for. All right, the first person that you dated can be that person as well. But in any case, there's just such a familiar feeling and bond that still exists between you guys, no matter how long it might have been, no matter how sad things are right now. And Six of Cups over here with Ace of Pentacles is also telling me that this person does want a reunion with you. Maybe they're too chicken to initiate anything, which is why they had been manifesting that something like that happens, and it will happen. In fact, Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Swords tells me, okay, we have the Six of Cups also. You might run into them within the next 1 to 6 months possibly. And this is a general and timeless reading. But anyway, as I was saying, they are the ones who will finally initiate talking to you. They might ask you how you've been, what's going on in your life, basically hope that you would bring them up to speed with regards to whatever's going on. And I'm being told that in a very subtle manner, they might ask you if you are single or if you're with someone else. So this can be one of those things such as, so I'm back in town and I'm catching up with such and such a person. We guys are going out to grab drinks later on. Would you like to come? That is, unless of course your boyfriend doesn't have a problem or your girlfriend doesn't have a problem with it. So, like in a very twisted manner, they might try to ask you if you are single or if you're with someone else. But that excited, nervous energy with Knight of Swords over here will be very visible in their demeanor and in their speech. This can be someone who otherwise is very good at communication. All right, they don't stutter, nothing of that sort. But on that particular day when they start, on that particular day for sure, when they start talking to you, they might stammer, they might stutter a little bit, fumble a few words here and there. So basically, it'll be very evident that, this person's like freaking out right now about this thing actually happening. Amazing. You or them might be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. All right, group 1. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here and hit the bell icon when you do so. You can also follow me on Instagram for more tarot readings and message me there or on my email ID to book a personal reading with me. You'll find all those details in the pinned comment and description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hi group 2, so if you guys chose the pink stone, first let's take a look at your oracle cards and find out how will the person on your mind react if they suddenly see you somewhere. So the cards that came out for you guys are Alpha Centaurians, Foresight, Planning, Strategy. Alright. Then we have Snake, Live According to Your Divine Essence, Breathe, Wisdom, and Completion. The first message that I'm getting group 2 is that they will be alone when you guys run into each other, but you might not be alone. You might be with someone or some people. Now, this can possibly be your family, some cousins, relatives. Basically, you won't be alone, even though they will be. And I can see over here that they will feel a gush of emotions. They will feel extremely overwhelmed. In fact, they'll feel a lot of sadness when they see you. And it's not that they're sad to see you. It's just that because of how things are between you guys and because of how happy you will be looking with other people. And you can see how over here this figure is just standing over here observing something else happening in the distance. So it's kind of like that. They might notice you first. You might notice them later. So when they are noticing you initially, they'll see you surrounded by the people that you love. You're looking good. You're having fun. And it'll start hitting them that they're not a part of it anymore. You know that you have perhaps buried all their memories, that you've got nothing to do with them, and that you seem pretty content. In fact, it's quite possible that when you guys do have an eye contact, you might be very relaxed. And even though they won't be relaxed, they will pretend to do so. Because with foresight, planning, and strategy over here and Snake, this is a person who, they shed their skin. They will do whatever they have to try and fit in. So even though they're horribly sad to see you happy without them, they will try and act as if they're not getting overly affected. They might take a second to actually calm themselves down, breathe, relax. I've got this. I don't want to make a fool out of myself. I have to come out. I have to come across as someone who's mature and who's also doing pretty great. So you might suddenly see that they're trying to act very, very laid back, very cool, very chill, as if they couldn't care less whether or not you were there, even though that is not true at all. In fact, thankfully for them, they will be dressed to the nines on that particular day. Something tells me that this might be a bit of a social gathering wherein you both are meeting each other. someone's wedding, someone's birthday, something of that nature. So they are looking good, and they might try to show that off a little bit. I'm getting distracted by a housefly. Anyway, they will constantly be staring at you, and yet, at least from these cards, I'm not too sure about whether or not they'll make a move towards you. We'll take a look at the tarot cards to find that out. But what I can see over here is that this person, it will hit them when they see you. Suddenly, it will hit them that you are not a part of their life anymore. Even though they might still be having your contact number, even though you guys still might be connected on social media, if at all. But just the fact that it's so evident that you possibly couldn't care less. Because somewhere completion over here tells me that you have already mourned the loss of this connection. Like, you don't have any more. This is so irritating. You don't have any more tears left to cry. It's like that. I'm being told that after some time you will notice their energy sort of draining out. Like when you guys first had that eye contact with each other, they were coming across as being very present in the moment, very confident, looking sharp and things like that. But it's like as the day goes on, you'll notice that they're looking visibly gloomy, visibly tired, and visibly lost. Even though they will be surrounded by people, just like you, eventually they'll also be surrounded by people, whoever they know over there. They, man is a social animal, so of course ultimately they will go and socialize and talk to other people. And I think that would give it away. That will give it away that it is affecting them. Your presence in that place is affecting them. They're just not admitting it to your face. In fact, the reason why they might suddenly be all gloomy and lost is because it might take them time to process the reality. And the reality is that group 2, I think you guys have moved on. And breathe over here tells me that it's not that you hate this person anymore, but maybe you decided to choose yourself over this person and this connection. You decided to choose your own sanity. And somewhere with snake over here, I also feel like maybe up until that moment, this person was absolutely confident that they still had a hold on you. And on that day, all of these misconceptions of theirs will just go and take a hike. And that again will be a hard fact, a hard pill for them to swallow. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards now. I'm being told that it might also be some picnic spot where you both run into each other. You're there with your family or friends, and they're also there. So like that. Anyway, so we have the Emperor in reverse, the 10 of Cups, 7 of Wands, and the Lovers. The Emperor in reverse is definitely confirming that they will act from a place of ego. So I don't think they will necessarily come and try to strike a conversation with you. In fact, 7 of Wands over here is telling me that if you, from your side, go and try to have a conversation with them, you might get very dull and dry and cold and lukewarm responses from them. But the reason behind this energy with 10 of Cups and the Lovers would be twofold. Firstly, your happiness with other people and just the fact that you're doing better without them being in the picture. And second, because with Lovers over here, they might assume that you have moved on and that you're with someone else. So if you are hanging out with a particular person and they are seeing that person for the first time, so they know for a fact that, okay, this isn't group 2's cousin, this isn't one of group 2's friends that I'm aware of, this is definitely a new person, so it's possibly someone that group 2 is seeing at the moment, and they'll obviously not like it. I did say that for a lot of you it's possible that you guys will be with your family on that day, but for some of you, yeah, there can be other people, like maybe you genuinely are dating someone else now and you would have tagged your boyfriend or girlfriend along and they'll see that. So this is a very like high-headed place where they will be acting from. They have feelings for you, but they'll deny it and they'll act all cold and unbothered, because the Emperor being in reverse is definitely the shadow side of the Emperor. Like too much ego, too much high-headedness, very, very high opinion about themselves. Oh, okay, so you're happy with someone else. Fine, then go talk to them. Why are you coming and talking to me? Like that. The sadness that they will be feeling will trigger their anger, resentment, and ego when they suddenly see you. And for that reason, they will put on this elaborate show of being very calm and composed and, you know, like I couldn't care less in your presence, even though it'll be very evident from their draining energy throughout the rest of the evening or day or whatever it is that they are getting affected. You or them might be having Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Gemini in your charts. All right, group 2. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here and hit the bell icon when you do so. You can also follow me on Instagram for more tarot readings and message me there, or on my email ID to book a personal reading with me. You'll find all those details in the pinned comment and description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Group 3, so for those of you who chose the white stone, first let's take a look at your oracle cards to find out how will the person on your mind react if they suddenly see you somewhere. So the cards that came out for you are air element, philosophy, discrimination, empathy. All right. Then we have pig, maintain self-worth and self-esteem. Not for you. Shadow. And recovery. Some of you might have been drawn towards group 2 as well. Anyway, you or this person might be having Pisces, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius in your charts. This is definitely an outdoor meeting where you guys are seeing each other. Can be some like country fair, trade fair, some carnival where you guys run into each other, and very unexpected too, because with air element over here, this is all very like unpredictable. It's just something that happened on that particular day. But unfortunately over here with shadow, not for you, and pig, this is a person who, and this is actually very irritating. Empathy over here tells me that this is actually a very, like, they're a smart person. They have feelings. They have a heart that properly functions and can process every emotion. But they don't want to feel any of it. It's like a deliberate blockage that they put on themselves. So on that particular day when they see you, firstly, with shadow over here and this air element and maintain self-worth and self-esteem, they might do something very stupid, and I'm going to tell you what that is. So have you noticed how some people, after they've had an eye contact with you, they start acting as if they can't see you, and it's so stupid. It's kind of like how a dog will hide halfway underneath the bed, and they think that just because now they can't see you, you also can't see them. So it's like that. You guys will have an eye contact, and after you've had an eye contact with them, suddenly they'll start acting very, like jittery, as if they don't even know what just happened. And it's quite possible that if merely after 5 minutes you guys again run into each other, they'll be like, oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Like that. Absolutely stupid. The problem over here also with this person is that they care too much about what other people think about them. And over here with maintain self-worth and self-esteem, whoever they are with on that particular day might be some people whom your person tries really hard to prove their worth to. So this can either be their family, their boss, their new partner if they have one. And this is a very doormat sort of energy, honestly, that I'm picking up on from your person. They think that they are maintaining their self-worth and self-esteem, when the fact is that over here with shadow, they're hiding their true personality. They are just molding themselves from, one personality to the next based on what the people around them are like. They're not authentic. They might think that they are, but they're definitely not. With not for you over here, it's possible that for some time they might try to ignore you on purpose. Let's say that if you guys are standing at a physical distance from each other and you wave at them, they might start looking here and there again, which is stupid because you've already had an eye contact, so they know that you're standing across that, whatever that place is. So momentarily they will try to ignore you. And shadow over here tells me that they might not initiate the conversation with you, but with recovery over here, they'll be hoping, wishing, praying that you do so, because they do want to talk to you. That energy is there. The moment they see you, they will want to talk to you. But they'd expect you to make the first move. It's like, over here with this not for you, there's this door and that's locked. And they think that you have the key to unlocking this connection or whatever else it might be. So they'd expect you to do all the work. They'd expect you to talk. They'd expect you to walk up to them and initiate a conversation with them. This is a good person. At their core, they're a good person. But they're too superficial, and that is their problem. If this person can be more honest with themselves, half the problem is solved right there, right then. But they're not like that. They're very wishy-washy. They're always worrying about what is going on around them, what are other people thinking, what are other people talking about. In fact, it's possible over here with this chessboard that even when they do talk to you, everything might seem pretty robotic, as if you're talking to a chat bot. No, you're saying something, but they just have the same old replies to give to you. It might not seem as if you're talking to a human being. It might not seem as if you're talking to someone who's actually capable of feeling things like empathy. Maybe they're a sensitive person, which is why they're super protective of themselves. But then again, that can't always be your excuse for treating other people in this manner. Not for you over here tells me that even when this connection fell apart, it was probably because they ghosted you out of nowhere. Or one fine day, they just decided to leave the connection. And you might have tried to make things work for some time. You might have tried to ask them, what the hell happened? At least tell me, why are you doing what you're doing? And they might never have given you proper answers. You might have felt lost for some time because of the way that they had treated you towards the end. Maintaining self-worth and self-esteem also tells me that on that day, when they see you, it'll be very evident that you are absolutely calm and composed. They are the ones who are freaking out. They are the ones who are putting up a show to hide that fact. And because it'll be very evident from your behavior, from your body language, that you are, you're acting like an adult and this is someone whom you know, so you're just walking up to them to start a friendly conversation. That is what will bother them. How is group 3 past all of that pain, and how come I am still stuck over here? I can tell them. If they ask me this question, I can tell them, group 3's person, the reason why you are still stuck, whereas group 3 is doing pretty good for themselves now, is because they've done the work. And you just keep on putting everything on the back burner. You don't face your shadow side. Anyway, let's take a look at your tarot cards now. Can be a Chinese restaurant where you guys run into each other. Anyway, with this fortune cookie over here, I think you get that at Chinese restaurants, right? Yeah. So we have Strength, the Star, Justice, and Knight of Pentacles. They will really like the way that you'd be looking on that particular day. Can be a zoo also where you guys run into each other. Or maybe a passport office is also what I'm hearing. On an airplane, another thing that I'm hearing. Anyway, it will take them time to calm down and at least have the courage to acknowledge the fact that you're looking at them or that you're waving in their direction. They'll be absolutely smitten by the way that you'd be looking. And immediately, because of their self-worth and self-esteem issues and all of these fears that they live in, they might start comparing how they're looking with how you're looking. In any case over here, these scales aren't exactly balanced. So from the very beginning of this connection, they have had issues which they might have projected onto you. Might have made you feel like you were the villain, might have made you feel like you were the bad person, when in fact they had all of these things that they should have ideally dealt with for healthier relationships in the future, which they didn't, and they still haven't done that. Knight of Pentacles tells me that the conversation can seem a bit stretched out. It can seem a bit dragged. You know, you're saying something and then they're giving all of these like seemingly half-hearted responses. And because you're a nice person, you're trying to keep up the conversation, but clearly they're falling short of words or they don't know what to say. So after a point in time over here with Knight of Pentacles and Justice, and because now you're in a position wherein you know what's good for you and what isn't, you will take your leave. You'll be like, okay, it was nice seeing you, it was nice catching up with you, and I gotta go join my group or whoever it was that you were with. And as soon as you've left, immediately after that, they'll be like, what the fuck did I just do? I had an opportunity. I could have grabbed that opportunity, but I didn't. I let that opportunity go. In fact, I'm being told that it can be one of those things wherein while you are asking them question number 3, they are still processing what they ideally should have said to you in question number 1. Kind of like that. This is Microsoft Explorer. Internet Explorer, that you're dealing with. They think slow, they act slow, they do not grab opportunities when they should, then they go hard on themselves, then I should have done this and I should have done that. In any case, honestly, Justice over here with Knight of Pentacles tells me that your energies aren't aligned. This person that you're dealing with right now, they're just a knight. You might have ascended, you might have already become a king or a queen or an emperor or an empress. They're still here, and this is a very, very slow-moving energy, Knight of Pentacles. And maybe that's why I was picking up that message of the conversation seeming a bit dragged or stretched out. Very slow. It's not one of those spontaneous conversations that you have with someone that you're very excited to see. And don't get me wrong, it's not that they're not happy to see you. They are. But they're not even a good actor. That's the sad part. They might think that they are, but they're not. But regardless of whether they're a good actor or a bad actor, know that they will be putting up an act when they see you next. You or this person might be having Leo, Aquarius, Libra, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn in your charts. Alright, group 3. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here and hit the bell icon when you do so. You can also follow me on Instagram for more tarot readings and message me there or on my email ID to book a personal reading with me. You'll find all those details in the pinned comment and description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.